Biden announces $770 payments to California wildfire victims.
Hold on. Hey, read that title again. Where is this from? This from the what?
The Hill.
So this is a left-wing publication. This isn't some conspiracy thing. How much he giving them?
Biden announces $770 payments to California wildfire victims.
So the question is, what in the hell you going to do with $770? That's literally a tank of gas with the California gas prices. I'm going to tell you straight. Let's roll on down. That's enough to get out of the fire zone.
White man is
President
back, baby.
Biden announced $770 one-time payments for victims of the California wildfires as part of the efforts to provide federal support amid the raging fires.
Hold up. They done gave billions of dollars to Ukraine, but as a taxpaying American citizen in multi-million-dollar homes, you only get $770?
Cap, not just billions.
And they lost their insurance.
$183 billion as of last September.
Good Lord.
We're not waiting until those fires are over to start helping the victims. We're getting them help right now.
Ukraine.
As you all know, people impacted by these fires are going to receive a one-time payment of $770. One-time payment, so they quickly purchase things like water, baby formula, and prescriptions. Biden said in a wildfire briefing on Monday at the White House.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how they going to purchase water and they ain't even got water to put the fire out. What in the world is going on out there? $770, that's literally one trip to the grocery store.
5 days ago, Cap, Biden administration gives $500 million more to Ukraine in final military aid package.
Damn! I'm trying to tell you, man. I got to get it. Give me Deuteronomy 32:5, man. We just got to get to the point. Because I'm going to show you something.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 5.
Watch this. Come on.
They have corrupted themselves.
That ain't my 32. Is that what I want? No, sir. I'm gonna do. Excuse me, Isaiah. Excuse me, brother. I'm looking at Deuteronomy. I apologize.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 5.
Come on.
The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
So you got Gavin Newsom out there. Unfortunately, our sister Bass out there. Mayor Bass out there. The liberals, they looking crazy as hell. Read it again.
The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
So the Bible says the vile person. They was just mocking at the Emmys or whatever about guy got the least amount of shout-outs. The next day, he brought the flames out there. But keep reading.
Nor the churls said to be bountiful.
Nor the what?
Nor the churls said to be bountiful.
Nor the churls said to be bountiful. Here go the liberal. Damn, all I got is $770 for y'all. Fried them. That's the vile person, man. Telling you straight read.
For the vile person will speak villainy.
That's straight villainy. You get ran out of your house. You lose all your possessions. My man says, I got $770 for you. Come on, man. Read.
And his heart will work iniquity.
His heart gonna do what?
Will work iniquity.
So his mind is the work sin. Do we got the clip of the sin of Gavin Newsom talking about taking people's land? Do we got that clip? Now, I'm going to show y'all something here. This dude out there, it's a big land grab going on out there.
They did the same thing in Hawaii.
Yeah, they doing it in North Carolina.
Because you got to think about it. First of
the
all,
insurance didn't cover it.
they had the insurance companies all pulled out not to cover people's houses. Then they didn't do no fire management, meaning that they didn't take away the old, the leaves, the old trees and stuff that you normally do because there's fire maintenance that you have to do to prevent fires from spreading.
Right.
And all of that stuff. And then they let the reservoirs run dry. So they don't even have water to fight the fires. So it's a lot to this thing right here that's going on.
Yeah. And you know how they want them to die because you got Northern Kingdom going out there feeding the people, that lost their homes, lost all their stuff. And they giving the Northern Kingdom food vendors health code violations for feeding the people.
Well, they said the fire trucks that's coming from out of town got to come in and check in and get vehicle inspections before they can go out there. Yeah, straight up. So that thing is wicked as hell. Let's keep it moving though, man. I thought I had the clip up, but read that again though.
Isaiah chapter 32 verse 5.
Come on.
The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
Oh, here we go right here. Here we go. I'm gonna show y'all something. The vile person shall be no more called liberal. Come on.
Nor the churl said to be bountiful. For the vile person will speak villainy.
He gonna do what?
Will speak villainy.
So you looking at your TV news, you done burned your house down. They done gave you a big fat whopping check of $770. Let's see what the governor talking about. Pull up the governor out there. Yeah, he said he got big plans. That thing up in
They
there.
got big plans already.
We're dealing with a myriad of issues. I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor down in Hawaii, who had some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators.
My man dancing. Got to run that back.
We're dealing with a myriad of issues. I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor down in Hawaii, who had some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties and the like. So we're already working with our legal teams to move those things forward, and we'll be presenting those in a matter of days, not just weeks.
Hold on, Slim.
man is back,
Read
baby.
that Isaiah
The white
32
man
and
is
6.
back.
Isaiah chapter 32, verse 6.
Come on.
For the vile person will speak villainy.
So you getting a clip like that, you get $770. Then you turn on your TV. This dude out there getting jiggy with it, talking about he was talking to the Hawaiian president who they just bought all that beachfront down there to them to acquire property. He said out his own mouth. Come on.
And his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy,
Damn.
and to utter error against the Lord.
The scriptures talk about not removing an old landmark. Understand that. That's somebody's property. Now they talking about buying it like they did in Hawaii. Them people cannot buy their properties back down there or their real estate, their land back down there. Come on. Is that it on that? That's it. Let's go to the next clip, though. Y'all got anything to say on that? All right, let's go to that next clip.
Times. First, they lost their home insurance. Then, LA fires consumed their homes. Before the fires burned more than 10,000 structures in Los Angeles County, insurers chose not to renew thousands of home insurance policies in Pacific Palisades, Altadena, and other fire-prone areas. The rising costs and cancellations left many fire victims without adequate means to cover their losses, highlighting a deepening crisis in California's property insurance market. Last year, Francis Biscetti said he learned that the annual cost of the homeowner's policy he buys from Farmers Insurance for his Pacific Palisades home was going to soar from $4,500 to $18,000, an amount he could not possibly afford. Neither could he get into the California Fair Plan, which provides fewer benefits, because he said he would have to cut down 10 trees around his roof line to lower the fire risk, something else the 55-year-old personal assistant found too costly to manage. So he decided he would do what's called going bare, not buying any coverage on his home in the community's El Medio neighborhood. He figured if he watered his property year-round, that might be protection enough given its location south of Sunset Boulevard.
Right, so we're reading about insurance policies being taken from people, and a lot of the people was unaware of this taking place. So I'm going to show you something. Give me 2 Corinthians 8 and 21.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 8, verse 21. Come on. Providing for honest things, not only in the sight of the Lord.
So it says providing for honest things, not only in the sight of the Lord, but what?
But also in the sight of men.
But also in the sight of men. You got these insurance policies that you think you being protected, and they snatching them up from you, and you are totally caught off guard by it.
It's one of the worst businesses in Babylon that rips the people off. You spend all this money, and then when you really need the assistance, they like, nah, we can't help. We can't cover
canceled your
that.
insurance 6 months ago.
You canceled your insurance.
You didn't get the memo?
Yeah, after you'd invested
What the hell
thousands and thousands of dollars
Right.
into it.
Where the hell is Jake from State Farm at?
And what happened to Jake? Damn.
Nobody got anything they want to say?
But yeah, when you watch that video about the governor, you can tell they already have plans laid out to reconstruct.
That's why he was in
That
there
area.
dancing, getting jiggy with
Yeah.
it. Give me Micah chapter 2, verse 2. I start at 1. Start at verse 1. Because this stuff out here that we seeing with our news, the Lord is really, that go back what Officer Mandel pulled out about the wicked being revealed. Like, Who out there dancing and shucking and jiving, talking about buying properties during a national disaster? This dude's smiling. Man, these people wicked as hell. Read that.
Micah chapter 2, verse 1.
Come on.
Woe to them that devise iniquity.
So the scriptures say, woe to them that devise sin. Watch this.
And work evil upon their beds.
So they concocting these evil plans amongst their beds. Man, we're going to go ahead and cancel the insurance. We ain't going to have no water in the fire hydrant. So when the fire break out, everybody short. Come on.
When the morning is light.
When the what?
When the morning is light.
Come on.
They practice it.
Uh-huh.
Because it is in the power of their hands.
So they got people out there. They done caught people setting fires. It's so much stuff going on out there right now. It's so crazy and evil.
You got to think about that. You know these guys that setting fires are paid.
Right.
You not just, if it's a fire already going on, you just not gonna set a fire. You a homeless Northern Kingdom brother. You just gonna set a fire
and they paying out
just
people.
for giggles.
Right. Watch this. Keep reading though.
And they covet fields.
They what?
And they covet fields.
Y'all saw in the video. My man was so covetous. He in the jump dancing. Come on.
And take them by violence.
And do what?
And take them by violence.
Man, look. My man said, "What? This wildfire happened? We just gonna take that by fire. Come on."
And houses.
And what?
And houses.
All that beachfront property. How your house next to the beach and it get burned down? Come on, man. Come on, man. Read.
And take them away.
Uh-huh.
So they oppress a man in his house.
They do what?
They oppress a man in his house.
They give you $770 for a multi-million-dollar home and beachfront property, man. Read.
Even a man and his heritage.
Damn. That right there is some crazy stuff. That's some crazy stuff, man.
Real quick, can I get a scripture right quick? Give me Isaiah 30. We're going to read from 1 and 2, 3. Because the issue is with a lot of our people, especially in California, but we trust in politics and majority-wise, the Democratic House. Let's read this. Let's see what happens when we trust in our oppressor.
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children.
So the Lord said destruction is going to come to us for not just being rebellious from the commandments, but what else?
Saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
We take the counsel of the white man, of our oppressors, of the wicked of our people.
And that cover with a covering.
We cover with Christianity. We cover with democracy. We cover whatever crazy politics we want to follow.
But not of my spirit.
But we don't want to follow God. We don't want to follow the commandments. And we think that, following all these different politics, come as you are, we got to accept everybody, all these different trends that are being pushed by Babylon. We follow Babylonian trends just like we did back in Egypt. We're doing the same thing here in America again.
That they may add sin to sin.
And we add sin to sin by doing this.
That walk to go down into Egypt.
Uh-huh.
And have not asked at my mouth.
Jump down to verse 3.
Verse 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
Therefore, because we want to trust in the white man, we want to trust in politicians, like we see them dancing, we want to trust somebody that's going to dance over our deaths.
And the trust in the shadow of Egypt,
your what?
Confusion.
Your confusion, your death, your demise.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role